In this session, let us learn how to create an automated table of contents from the headings in your document. So we will be learning how to open the index table window and use the 5 different tabs in it. They are index table tab, entries tab, styles tab, columns tab and background tab. Save the table of contents and maintain it by editing, updating or deleting. So let's get started with this feature. To open the OpenOffice Writer's Table of Contents feature, place your cursor at the point in your document where you want to insert table of contents. Choose Insert menu, Indexes and Tables and the Indexes and Tables option. The Insert Index Table window opens. Remember, your headings and subheadings must use appropriate styles from the Styles and Formatting window. Once we open the Insert Index Table window, we will be able to see 5 tabs. They are the Index Table tab, which is used to set the table's attributes, the Entries and Styles tab, which is used to format the table entries, the Background tab, which is used to add color or graphic to the table background, and the Columns tab is rarely used. So this is how it looks. There are 5 different tabs as I said, and we have a preview option which could be enabled by clicking on the checkbox. This is the Index Table tab. The basic attributes are set this way. From the Type drop-down list, Table of Contents is pre-selected. Otherwise, we will have to ensure that it is selected. Now, in the next place, Create or Index Table, you have to ensure that entire document is selected. Now, in the Create From area, Outline is checked and the index mark is not checked. Now, we can make changes by adding our own title, and we have to ensure that protecting against manual changes is checked. Now this is very important because if it is not checked, table of contents can be directly edited and modified. So always ensure that this is checked. The number of levels can be changed by clicking on this, and we can assign custom styles. Now to change the custom style or to add additional styles, click on the checkbox, then the link next to it with 3 dots gets activated. As you can see, for every style there are 10 levels of headings listed. We can assign the style by selecting one of the option and then assigning it to table of contents by using the right arrow. Once it is done, we need to click on OK so that we get back to the Index Table tab of Table of Contents. Let us see a demonstration on how to use it. I'm going to open the OpenOffice Writer document and I'm going to open a file which I have kept it ready for digital documentation. So I have written down the first 2 topics of digital documentation as you can see, and this is all in Times New Roman font size 12. Now I'm going to make changes to this document by using Styles and Formatting window. Now the heading is going to be using the first style, which is heading. Now I am clicking on Fill Format Mode and hovering it over the word digital documentation. Now I am going to select heading 1 and hover it on the topics Create and Apply Styles in Document, Insert and Use Images. Now I am choosing heading 2 for applying styles, and the same way in the next unit, inserting images and modifying an image. Now let me use heading 3 for the rest. I am hovering it over the other subtopics in the first and on the other subtopics in the second. Once it is done, I can press escape key or I can click on fill format mode again. Now I am going to relocate these words to other pages. On the first page, let us keep only the first two sentences. Now as you can see, I am moving it to the second page. Applying styles is moved to the second page. Insert and use image is moved to the next page. And modifying an image is moved to the fifth page. So this way we are going to check if our table of contents is taking the correct page numbers. Now I am keeping the mouse in the beginning of the document. Click Insert, Indexes and Tables again. So here we see the window. We can see the 5 different tabs: Indexes and Table, Index Table, Entry, Styles, Columns and Background. Now by default the basic attributes are set. You can notice it. Okay. Index marks is checked, so I'll have to uncheck it when I use. I can preview by clicking on the checkbox next to the word preview and take it up. I'm giving the title as Unit 1 and it is protected against manual changes. And this is for entire document with headings up to 10 levels. So now outline is checked. Index mark I am unchecking so that the basic attribute is set properly, and I am clicking OK. As you can see, the table of contents is getting displayed on the screen. Now I can make changes to this. See, as you can see, the page numbers are applied correctly. So you can notice that, all the pages are appearing as per the heading. Now again I am going to open table of contents by clicking on Indexes and Tables. Now this time I am removing the title and I am going to permit changes to this and uncheck protected against manual changes. Now see, if I try to delete something or make changes to the heading, it is happening with ease. So to avoid this, we have to always ensure that protecting against manual changes is checked. Now let us learn how to create a custom style. I am going to check additional styles and click on those 3 dots. Heading is taken to level 2, so you can see what happens now. Now you can see the word digital documentation, which appears in the next level, not as main heading, but the indentation is towards the right, that is to the second level of heading, at par with applying styles and inserting images. Now let us learn about the entries tab. This is how it looks. To begin, click a level number in the level that is listed 1 to 10, and then you can see that the structure line is displayed on the right side for the different entries in that particular level. So this is the structure line, and each button in the structure line represents a particular element. E hash, E, T, hash. Let us see what this means. E hash means chapter number. E means entry text or the heading. T means tab stop. Hash means page number. LS means the start of the hyperlink. LE means the end of the hyperlink. So this is how the structure line is represented for each level of heading from 1 to 10. We can first learn how to delete the elements in it and then see how to add elements in it. So if I want to delete an element, I simply have to click on that particular level and one of the element in that heading and press the delete key on the keyboard. Now you can see that key was there and when I press delete it went missing, right? Now adding is very simple. You need to go to that particular level, click in the required place and select that particular option. Now I am clicking next to E and clicking on tab stop. E gets added there automatically. Now let us see how to insert a hyperlink in the structure line. So to insert an element in the structure line, we need to place it in the beginning, okay, and click on hyperlink button. So the start of hyperlink appears there denoting LS. Now place the cursor at the end and then press hyperlink again. Now LE appears, which is the end of the hyperlink. We can also apply a character style and make it a little colorful. So to do that, we can select a particular level of heading, click on the element which you want to modify or to which you want to apply a style, and from the character style drop down list, select the desired style. Now if you want to edit it further, click on edit. You get another window from where you can make changes and then click OK. Now to apply the same character styles across all outline levels, simply click on all. So the changes are applied to all the outline levels. Now let us see a demonstration of this as well. Now I am going to insert indexes and tables again. I am clicking on entries. I am going to select level 2, delete the entry, select it. Now press the delete key in the keyboard. As you can see, it has disappeared from there. Now you will not see the heading that is displayed, right? Now to insert it again, I am going to edit it by right clicking and choosing the option edit. Click between E# and T and select entry text. Now if I do it and click OK, you can see that they are appearing back again. So this is the way we add and remove elements from structure line. Now let us see how to create a hyperlink. So I am going to take level 1. Click on hyperlink in the beginning before E#. Now I am going to click after the hash page number and click hyperlink. So I will have the hyperlink across the entire line. Now you can see that displayed. Now if I hold Ctrl and click on one of the links, it takes me to that particular page. So this is how our hyperlink works. Now let me edit it again. I will show you how to make changes to the character style. I am going to level 2 and changing the entry text of the character to caption characters. And let me edit it and make the color as say orange 3. And now I am going to click on OK. OK again. You can see that the changes are happening in the table of contents. Now let me try to make more changes to it. I am again going to level 2. Clicking on entry text. I am going to click on all. So you can see the change applied to all the headings across all the levels. Now you can also change the color of page number. So let me edit it once again and go to the page number, change the character style to page number itself and edit it. Now I can change the font color to orange and click OK and click all so that it's applied across all levels. Now you can see that the change is reflecting across all the page numbers also. Now let us learn the third tab, which is the Styles tab. We can apply a different paragraph style to each outline level of the table. So when you click on this tab, you see options which look like this. To apply a paragraph style to an outline level, we need to first select the desired outline level by clicking on it. Now in the paragraph styles list box on the right side, click on one of the styles that you want to apply and then click on the arrow so that the changes get reflected, and then click OK. Now to set it back to default level or to remove it, you need to select the desired outline level by clicking on it and then click on the default button. Or you can also edit it. But we need to check in OpenOffice Writer 4.1.7 whether this option works. So let us see a demonstration of this. Now I am going to open the Insert Index and Tables option. I am going to go to the option Styles. Now let me take the Title Contents heading and selecting it in Paragraph Styles, editing it, changing the font, making it bold and changing the font size. Now I am going to change the color to say pink and then click OK. Now I am moving it to the level and click OK. You can see the word Table of Contents, which is the heading, in pink color and in the font and font size which we had chosen. Now let me edit it and try to remove it. Now I am clicking on default and OK. I am not seeing the changes that are happening. So let me edit it again. Click on Title, Contents heading, click on Edit. Let me click on Standard and click OK. Now I am moving it to the title and click OK. So it retains back to the original option. So this is the option which works in OpenOffice Writer 4.1.7. Now let me show a demo of columns. What happens if I try to click on Columns tab and make 2 columns. This is the change that happens, but we usually don't prefer the table of contents in this manner. So we don't use these columns in table of contents. One column gives a neat view of table of contents. Finally, let us discuss the background tab, which is the 5th tab in table of contents. Instead of having the gray background, a color can be given. Next to As, we have to click on the arrow and choose Color. Choose an appropriate color and click OK. Now, to add a graphic, instead of color, under As, we choose the graphic option and then browse and select a picture, open it, and then we can make changes under type, whether it is relative to position, area or tile, and then click OK. We can delete the color or graphics by clicking on color option and choosing no fill and click OK. We can easily save table of contents by making the appropriate changes and clicking on the OK button. So when we want to make changes or edit or delete, simply click on the generated table of contents and choose one of the options, which is update index or table, edit index or table, or delete index or table. Now note, OpenOffice Writer never prompts you for a confirmation before it deletes. If you click on delete, it gets deleted forever. So you have to be very careful when you delete table of contents. Now let us see a demonstration of using the background graphic or background color and maintaining table of contents. Now I am going to right click on table of contents and edit. let me choose background, and in as option, let it be in the first option, which is color. I'm going to choose, say, red 10. You can see the background changing. Right click, edit index table. I'm going to remove the fill by clicking on the appropriate option and choosing no fill. Right click, edit index table. Choose the option graphic. Now when I click graphic, I can browse, choose a particular file and click open, and then I can either position, area or tile it and then click OK. Now you can see that the background image has appeared in table of contents. Now I can remove the graphic by doing this. So every time I simply had to right click, edit or right click and do the required option to make changes. Now to delete, I am going to right click and choose the option delete. There was no prompt, nothing. It deleted the table of contents. So with this, we come to the end of this session in which we learned how to create an automated table of contents with the headings that we have in the document. I hope you have understood the concepts clearly. Please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.